Just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Houston. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Stroud begins with a pass. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll send a tight end in motion. First carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. The linebacker Jonathan Cooper on the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye. Here's J.K. Dobbins. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Broncos.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Now it's Dobbins. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's got it to tight end, Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive.
He slams it in there, and he is in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Broncos with the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. Good work there to get this back close to a first down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Alex Singleton, there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
To throw is Stroud. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. A run with Dobbins. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Mims sent in motion here. Now a 2nd down throw for Nix. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12. Kirk is the motion man. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Texans first down. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Stroud to throw here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
16-yard pickup on that one. First down for Houston. To throw, it's Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. And when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and having plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. His throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans are back within 1. It's 7-6. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Nick snap on 1st and 10. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Texans 6.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Look him up on a second down and 8. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Play action now. It's Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Second down and 8. Here's Dobbins. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. What can they do here on third down and 7? They'll throw. It's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They'll come up now for second down and 4. A tight end in motion now. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Throwing Nix. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
Off the play fake, here's Stroud. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. It's 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have, you are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
They'll go play action with, oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Broncos have it. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll begin here on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He connects with Mims. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Broncos first down.
They'll go play action with Nix. Off he goes. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
First and goal.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
To throw is Nix. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz's going to send this one away. Here's Berrios on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Mixon.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a second of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here is 2nd and 7. Here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Open man, that's Collins.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here comes 2nd down. Now, Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw, Stroud. He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. That scored too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. Inside the 40.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Pick it up, you're embarrassing.
Are you kidding me?
What is this?
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.